What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel. And guys, we've just passed New Comic Book Day. We're coming down the hump. We're racing towards this weekend. But if we're racing towards the weekend, that means we're racing towards Final Order Cutoff. So that means it's time for another Final Order Cutoff Speculation and Recommendation show. This is the video where I scour Final Order Cutoff looking for any books with a little bit of speculation, or at least worthy of a little bit of speculation, so that way you and me, we can start to make this hobby fund itself, or at least try to make this hobby fund itself. But guys, that's not all. No, I scour Final Order Cutoff looking for any books that sound like their stories are absolutely amazing, because we do not want to miss out on those amazing stories. Yes, we love speculation, but I love comic book stories even more. So that's what this video is all about, speculation and recommendations. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dive into my 3 weekly speculation reminders. Now, if you guys have seen this video series before, or you guys are seasoned speculators, guys, look down in the description below and jump right ahead to Final Order Cutoff cover lever picks. But if you guys are new to speculation or new to this video series, guys, stick around and hear my 3 weekly speculation reminders. And first up is the most important, and that is you guys have to do your own research. I'm going to present some information to you guys today, but what I need you to do is go check other comic book YouTubers you trust, other comic book websites that you trust, and other comic book apps that you trust. Gather the most information possible so that way you guys can make the best decisions possible for yourself. Because remember, you guys are spending your own hard-earned money on these books. It's not my money, it's your money. And the second reminder that I have for you guys is that there are delays with comic books. So sometimes a book will show up multiple times on Final Order Cutoff, and that is because its release date got moved for one reason or another. Now, the third and final reminder that I have for you guys is that I record this video on Thursday. Today is Thursday, March 21st of 2024, and DC, Marvel, and all the independent publishers have up until the Final Order Cutoff order deadlines to change what is on Final Order Cutoff, so books can be added and removed after I finish recording this video. So what I suggest you guys do is follow these 2 places. First, it's the Comic Book Frontier. It's an amazing Facebook group run by my good friend Al, and I will have links down his Facebook group in the description below. And he will continue to add any books that he finds with a little bit of speculation to his list, and he does it all the way up into the order deadline dates, which we'll cover in just a second. And the other place that I suggest you guys check out is coverprice.com. Guys, I'll have a link down to their website down in the description below, and they post a list normally on Sundays with all their Final Order Cutoff picks of the week. So those are 2 great places because they post their list way later in the weekend. So keep an eye on those 2 places before you guys submit your orders for this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. All right, guys, with those 3 reminders out of the way, let's go ahead and find out what this weekend's Final Order Cutoff order deadline dates are. If you guys are interested in picking up any of the books that I'm going to talk about in today's video, you guys need to get your pre-orders in by March 24th for your DC, Scout, and Vault books, and March 25th for your Marvel and all the other indie publishers. Now, why you want to get your orders in by these dates is because you can save up to 20%, sometimes even more on books on Final Order Cutoff, as long as you get them in by these dates. So if you really like a book for speculation and you want to order that book in bulk, you want to get that discount, so you want to get your orders in by these dates. All right, guys, that is this weekend's Final Order Cutoff order deadline dates. Let's go ahead and dive into this weekend's Final Order Cutoff cover lever picks. All right, guys, if you're into covers like I am, this is a doozy of a week for cover lever picks, because I think there are some really good covers that could do well on the secondary market, and I think that's going to hurt a lot of our wallets. But guys, let's go ahead and dive into these covers. And first up is Wonder Woman issue number 8 with the cover D, which is the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Joshua Swaby. This cover is really gorgeous, and what I really like about it is that it is a 1 in 25 ratio variant and not an open order cover, so that will make this cover a little bit more rare. It is Wonder Woman, so I'm sure this book will be ordered more than one of your smaller characters, but this is issue number 8 in the run, so I think the orders will be a little bit less, so that will make this cover a little bit more rare. Now guys, next up is a gorgeous cover. This is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 48 with the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Francisco Mobili. The colors, the line work, the perspective, Everything about this cover is amazing in my opinion. The only bad thing, there's nothing in the guts of this book, so this is a pure cover buy, but I think this is really, really nice. Now guys, next up is Kid Venom issue number 1 with the 1:100 ratio variant, which is a virgin, and this is done by In-Huk Lee. Now there is a little bit of spec in the guts, but guys, we'll get to that a little bit later in the video, so just know that this is a really cool cover. It's a high ratio, and there is a little something in the guts. Now guys, next up is Rise of the Powers of X issue number 4 with the Foreshadow variant done by David Nakayama. I put this on the list because all the buzz around Taylor Swift and Dazzler, and yeah, here we go. This is another really nice cover with Dazzler on the front. The only thing that might hurt this is that it is open order, so I'm sure this is going to be ordered a little bit more heavily because all this buzz around this character, and it has an amazing artist on the cover. Now guys, next up is Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 4 with the 1:25 ratio variant done by Cal New. This is just a gorgeous cover in my opinion, and this is a really popular title, so there could be a lot of these out there, but guys, do your own research. Now guys, next up is Wolverine Mandapore Nights issue number 3 with the Stormbreakers variant done by Nick Klein. This is such a cool cover. Look at the back of his jacket. Punk is dead. I killed it. That is so cool in my opinion. Now this is open order, but how many shops are going to be ordering a ton of Wolverine Mandapore Nights issue number 3? I don't know. Do the math on your own, check some other places, but I think this cover could do well in the future. Now guys, next up is X-Men Forever issue number 2 with the 1:25 ratio variant done by Arthur Adams. It's Arthur Adams. This is a really gorgeous cover featuring Mystique, and yeah, Mystique, X-Men, Arthur Adams. I think this cover is going to do well. Now guys, next up is Marvel Superhero Secret Wars issue number 5, the facsimile edition, the 1:25 ratio variant. This is a really cool cover, like a really cool cover. I personally just don't like that it's a facsimile 1:25. I don't think we need that in our lives right now, but I cannot share with you gorgeous artwork during the cover lover section, and this is really nice. Now guys, next up is a long shot, but I really like the cover, so I want to share with you guys. This is Bombshell and Tom Tom issue number 4, the cover B variant done by Christian Villette. This is just a cool cover. A really cool cover for a small independent title. So I don't think there will be a lot of these out there, and this is just really cool. I don't know, maybe? I don't know. Guys, let me know down in the comments below if you think this could do well in the future. All right, guys, next up, Deathstalker issue number 1, the cover G variant done by Angela Wu. Now guys, this book is partially written by Slash from Guns N' Roses. So we got Slash from Guns N' Roses. We got this gorgeous cover. Just look at it. Look at it a little bit closer. It's really good. Like, really good. So there will probably be a lot of these printed because this is attached to Slash, but I just think it's really cool, and I had to share it with you guys. Now guys, next up is Dark Ride issue number 12, the cover D, which is the 1:25 ratio variant done by Jay Foskett and Tony Fleece. All these 1:25s for Dark Ride, which are homages to Disney movies, have done pretty well on the secondary market, so I always show them to you guys. So this is the latest for issue number 12, which is the final issue in the series. Now guys, we got 2 more covers. Next up is Something is Killing the Children, issue number 36, with the cover G, which is the 1:100 ratio variant. Now what I like about this, it's a gorgeous cover. It's issue number 36, and there's been a big hiatus. I shouldn't say big, a long hiatus between the last issue and this issue. So a lot of the buzz around this book has died down a lot. So how many shops are going to be ordering 100 copies? Not that many. So I think this book is going to be pretty rare, and this cover is just so freaking good. Now, the last cover that I want to show you guys is Something is Killing the Children, issue number 36, with the cover H variant, which is the final order cutoff reveal variant done by Artgerm. Artgerm on a cover. It's really freaking good. Yeah, the only bad thing is this is an FOC reveal variant, which means it is open order, which could hurt the rarity of this cover. All right, guys, those are all my cover lover picks that I think could do well on the secondary market in the future or right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which is my second prints, facsimiles, and beyond. Guys, I think we're getting second print and facsimile happy because there are so many facsimiles and second prints and beyond on this weekend's final order cutoff. I'm getting a little concerned. But guys, let's go ahead and dive into these books. And first up is Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue number 1, the facsimile edition, which also has a foil and a blank cover. But guys, this does have the first appearance of Blue Beetle Ted Kord in the DC universe after being acquired from Charlton Comics, and the first appearance of Pirate and the first appearance of Alex Luthor Jr. Now guys, next up is Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars issue number 5 with the facsimile edition, the foil edition, and also that 1 in 25. It is gorgeous, but do we really need it? But guys, after that is Avengers Twilight issue number 4, the second print variant done by Alex Ross. And after that is Ghost Rider Final Vengeance issue number 1 with the second print variant done by Danny Kim. Now this does have the first appearance of the Red Hood as the Spirit of Vengeance in this book. Now guys, after that is Ghost Rider Final Vengeance issue number 1 with the second print 1 in 25 ratio variant, which is a black and white version of the Greg Capullo cover. It is gorgeous. But guys, after that is Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 issue number 1 with the second print variant done by Linnell Francis Yu. Yes, there's more. And after that we have Ultimate Universe issue number 1 with the second print variant done by Brian Hitch. Has this even come out yet? I'm not sure. It hasn't, right? Am I crazy? We're already in a second print before the book even comes out? Nuts. After that is Nanocellverse Zero, second print variant, done by Marco D. Alfonso. Never heard of this book, but we got a second print for it, which is pretty cool. After that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, Series 2, Re-Evolution, number 1, the second print variant, done by names I'm not even gonna try to pronounce. I know the second one is Isaac something, but I don't want to pronounce the rest of their names wrong, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip it, guys, but it's up on screen, like right down there. Alright guys, those are all, no, actually there is one more. I'm getting ahead of myself. The last one is Ultimate X-Men issue number 1 with the third print variant done by Sanford Green. Now, as of recording this video right now at 10:47 a.m., there is no image for this comic just yet, but if while I'm editing I find it, I'll go ahead and throw it up on screen right now. Alright guys, those are all the second prints, facsimiles, and beyond. Let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which are the books that actually have a little something in the guts. Alright guys, there's only 4 books with a little something in the guts, and I really emphasize the little something in the guts. There's nothing super strong here in my opinion, but let's go ahead and run through these books. First up is Batman Superman World's Finest issue number 26 with the possible first appearance of Doommite, a combination of Doomsday and Mr. Mixoplex. Next up is Nightwing issue number 113, and the big thing here is that this is a big milestone issue, with this being the 300th issue of Nightwing. Good job, Nightwing. You got a long way to go to get to, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, but keep chugging, my man. Next up is Kid Venom, issue number 1. Now, the solicitation for this book mentions the world of Kid Venom expands as new characters and dangers are revealed. So at some point in this book, we are going to get new characters. Is it going to be in issue number 1 or in later issues? That's the speculation. Do you guys want to jump on this? There are some decent covers for this, but nothing that knocks my socks off. There is that in Hunkley 1/100, but other than that, I'm not sure. Now, the final book that we're going to talk about is Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 4. Now, I couldn't find any buzz around this on the internet, but if you read the solicitations, the first words are, who is the Green Goblin? Now, are they going to talk about this character in issue number 4? Or is it going to be revealed who this character is? Is it going to be a character that we already know within the Spider-Man universe, or is it going to be somebody new? I don't know. That is the speculation around this character. Now, I am a little behind on this book. I have not read my issue number 2, or is 3 out yet? I think, no, 3 comes out next week, so I'll read it then. But I think so far we have not got the name of this character, but that is the speculation on this book, in my opinion. It's little, it's tiny, but that's what we got to do on this video. Give you guys a little bit of nuggets, and you guys go do your own research. All right, guys, that is it for comic book cover lover picks. We got the second prints and beyond. We got the meat on the bones. Let's go ahead and find out what my spec picks of the week are. Alright guys, I'm not going to tell you to save your money because I think there are 2 sure bets on this list that I think we can almost guaranteed are going to sell well on the secondary market. And let's cover those real quick so that way we can dive into this weekend's final order cutoff recommendations. And the first one up is going to be the X-Men Forever issue number 2 with the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Arthur Adams. Arthur Adams is such a popular artist, and with his 1 in 25s that feature a beautiful woman on the cover, those almost always do well. If you go back to the one with Laura Kinney on the cover, that book sold like hotcakes right out of the gate. So I think this one right here is almost guaranteed to do well on the secondary market right out of the gate. Now, the other cover that I think is going to do well is Ghost Rider Final Vengeance issue number 1, the second print 1 in 25 ratio variant. For some reason, 1 in 25 ratio variants of second prints always sell well. They just always do. So I think this is almost a sure bet to do good right out of the gate. It's also Greg Capullo. It's a black and white. It's Ghost Rider. There's a lot of things going for it. There's that little bit of spec in the guts about Red Hood becoming the Spirit of Vengeance. So this book has something a little bit more than just being a 1 in 25 second print, but that is the main thing. People love those things. But guys, those are the 2 books that I think could do well right out of the gate. Guys, let me know what books I am missing that you think could do well on the secondary market, either right out of the gates or in the future, down in the comments below. All right, guys, but let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which is my final order cutoff recommendations to read. There is a new number 1 on this weekend's final order cutoff that is super nostalgic, and I'm pretty pumped for it. And guys, I'm talking about Dick Tracy issue number 1. Now, this is coming from Mad Cave Studios, and it is being written by Alex Segura, Michael Morici, and Chantel Amy Osman, and has art by Gerardo Borges. Now, not everyone is going to be nostalgic for this character because the movie was very campy and weird, but I went to that movie at a birthday party when I was a kid, and I remember loving it. And I'm super excited to give this nostalgic character a chance, especially with Michael Morici as part of the creative team making this book. I love his writing style. I think it's absolutely fantastic. But let's go ahead and dive into this synopsis. Dick Tracy returns in a new ongoing series from Mad Cave Studios. A new era from the iconic detective starts here, from the best-selling acclaimed authors of Alex Segura, Michael Morici, as an all-new noir-infused chapter in the Dick Tracy legacy kicks off with superstar artist Gerardo Borges. In the aftermath of World War II, the country stands frozen, waiting for the next shoe to drop. In the city, a brutal murder draws the attention of rising star detective Dick Tracy, who soon discovers the bloodshed is just the beginning of a complicated web that threatens to ensnare everything he cares about. Blending the classic elements of Dick Tracy's world, including his iconic villains, supporting cast, and unforgettable watch radio, with a hard-boiled and realistic take, Dick Tracy number 1 kicks off with a fresh and modern take on the iconic detective that remains true to his rich history. Guys, I will have shown some of the artwork that has been released for this book during the synopsis. How freaking cool was that artwork? It was intense. That scene where everyone was getting gunned down was so bloody. I was like, wait, this is a Dick Tracy book? There are some cool covers for it. This just sounds awesome. It's going to be set in his era still, but with modern takes on it. I just think this is going to be really, really cool. Mad Cave can put out some really banger books, so I am all in on this book. I'm super excited for it. I hope you guys are too. Guys, let me know down in the comments below if you knew about it, if you didn't know about it, and you now are excited about it. Let me know down in the comments below. Alright guys, I do have some cover lever picks for next week's new comic book day, so let's not waste any more time. I'm sure this video is way longer than I want it to be, but let's go ahead and check out those cover lever picks. Alright guys, let's go ahead and dive into these new comic book day cover lever picks that I think could do well in the secondary market, coming out on March 27th of 2024. And first up, we have Miles Morales issue number 18, which is legacy issue number 300. So Miles and Nightwing, they're so close, both having 300 issues. But even though Nightwing's been around for so much longer, Miles is already at that milestone, which is pretty cool. But guys, this is the 1 in 50 Virgin variant done by Adi Gronoff. This is just the best cover from this 300 issue, in my opinion. It's a Virgin. Miles looks badass. There's lighting in the background. Just really freaking cool. But after that, we have Harley Quinn issue number 38 with the cover C, which is the Women's History Month variant done by Sozo Micah. It is open order, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of these out there, but guys, you can't pass up this artwork. It is so good. And in the future, long-term hold, guys, think in the future, I can see this cover doing well. After that, we have Superior Spider-Man issue number 5 with the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Ryan Brown. really great artwork on a book that's not super popular. So how many of these are going to be out there? Not that many. But I also don't know how popular Superior Spider-Man is. I love this cover, and I love that character. So I'm really into it, but guys, do your own research before you dive into this book for speculation and trying to make money on it. After that, we have Power Girl issue number 7 with the cover D variant, which is the Women's History Month variant done by Souza Micah. Again, open order, so it's a long-term hold. Get it, hold on to it, and try to make some money in the future. After that is X-Men 97, number 1, the 1 in 100 ratio variant done by Ben Harvey. Love Ben Harvey, like Rogue a lot. This cover is so good. And yeah, there's probably going to be a good amount of them out there because I'm sure X-Men 97 is going to be pretty popular, but it's still a 1 in 100 ratio variant. So it's going to be a little bit more rare. But guys, after that is Jackpot in Black Cat, issue number 1 with the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Pablos Villalobos. Now the Adam Hughes cover A is better than this in my opinion, but this is the 1 in 25 ratio variant. So this one is going to be more rare and it's still really good. And after that, we have 2 more covers. We have Feral issue number 1 with the cover E, which is the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Sweeney Boo. Yeah, this is a pretty cool cover. I don't like cats, so I'm not really into this cover, but I know people are gonna go bananas for this book, just like they did Stray Dogs. So I think this is probably gonna be the one to go after, but there are a lot of exclusives, and there is one exclusive that I really like. It is Feral issue number 1 with the exclusive web store variant by Scotty Young. It's so good. It is so good. It doesn't really look strongly like Scotty Young, which I like a lot about it. So it's a great cover, but this is also just from a very popular artist, and it's going to be a popular book. So those are my cover lover picks for next week's New Comic Book Day, which again is March 27th of 2024. And we can go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, we are at the end of today's video, and if you guys stuck around, there was so much to cover in this weekend's final order cutoff. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already tuned out, but if you guys are still watching, I just gotta let you guys know, you guys are legends. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Now guys, look down. If you guys haven't hit that like button just yet, do me a favor, not hit it. Let's go ahead and smash that like button. And last but not least, if you guys watched that video and you guys enjoy comic book content and you guys are not subscribed at this point, I mean, come on. But guys, get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. Alright guys, that's it for me this week. I'll catch you guys next week with the Wednesday pull list. Have yourself a great weekend and a great final order cutoff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.